Okay, so I'm not a capitalist. So I just want to get that out of the way so y'all know this. Gives a little context for what I'm about to share with you. Baby, don't you give me no diamond rings. Diamond rings cost too much time. Baby, don't you give me no diamond rings. Diamond rings cost too much time. Time for those who mind, time for those who died, time for you to be away from me. So baby, don't you give me no diamond rings. Just come over here and rub my feet. Thank you. This is a piece I'm still working on, but I really thought I wanted to share it with you today. So it's called Mercy Killing. Life is precious. All things must die, sometime by age, accident, tragedy, or mercy. That's what I ask. For a mercy killing, for the merciful death of illusion so that reality may live. It's time for a merciful death to the GDP, gross domestic propaganda, to the illusions of the exploitation game. A merciful death to enforced poverty, compound interest, crippling debt from hospital bills and mortgage indenture and education shell games, to check cashing fees and fast money schemes gone wrong. A merciful death to big box sweatshoppery, enshrined greed and legalized corruption, to gentrification, eminent domain, forced movement, militarized borders, the words illegal, normal, and abnormal, to the seeding of American fear of the non-Western, non-linear world. A merciful death to carbon trading, futures trading, corruptocracy, corporatocracy, and the stranglehold of money on politics. Death to the cancerous fetish of economic growth fueled by the vanishing fossil fuels of the earth, to the falsehood of trade that's free for the big boys, and life squeezing for nearly everyone else. Death to outsourcing of jobs and acceptance of global wage inequality. Death to importing what we might make just fine right here. Death to manufactured need and the waste that it breeds. Death to the worlds of Machiavelli, Francis Bacon, Descartes, Galileo, and Newton, and to our belief in it. Death to science without self-analysis and calling that progress. Death to social science and social work without self-investigation. Death to torturing the earth and each other to extract absolute truth. Death to the primacy of fear over trust, might makes right, and valuing only that which is numerically measured. Death to the illusions of separateness and objectivity. Death to the Dow Jones and its inverse relationship to the wages of the workers. Death to competition without cooperation or compassion, to exchange rates that allow the currency of the global north, continued exploitation of the south, and the God complex that comes along with it. Death to valuing a human life based on its lifetime projected earnings, and justifying interests that poison and kill the many for the benefit of the few. Death to the confusion of wealth and material possession with well-being, to the measuring of wealth in terms of money, and to an economic system divorced from the real world. Death to the illusion that we are powerless to change it. Death to apathy, to illusions of victimhood, hopelessness, and willful blindness. Death to knowledge without understanding, to petty bickering, isolation, depression, numbing out, the vacating, the stuffing and feeding of this illusion we maintain with our time, our aspiration, our blood. Death to believing that we know the way the world is. This is the way the game is played. It has always been this way, and it always will. A world so painful, confusing, lonely, and unjust that we shelter ourselves in virtual worlds. Television and substance and sex, shopping and cyberspace. Death is necessary. Necessary for life to continue. Death makes room for more life. It is the food and fuel of new life. It allows new life to exist. Let us be fallow this winter. Build with our loving hands connections and commitments to give death to the illusion that this is the best we can do. To give death to our own crippling cynicism and apathy that make their predictions truth by their own familiarity and comfort. To account for our dying paradise. To hold ourselves accountable for its sacrifice. And to hold each other as we give good, merciful death to the old ways. And out of love for all life, we make room for the new. Maybe this is our task, we present living family, to be a controlled burn, to burn away what does not work, to burn away illusion for the sake of this gift, this miraculous cradle of life, unmeasurable, priceless, for the sake of each other and for generations of our families to come. To give death to these mindsets and imposed mandates like a forest fire takes out living monuments that cannot stand. Peel and crumple the slowly melting carcasses of the fallen, agitating the seeds of a renewed world, a just economy, to make space to tell the stories of this time to our grandchildren. The time that we gave death to and rebirthed a new world. We live by sunshine and intimacy. Die by illusion and isolation. What wondrous connected life might we make room for? This world was made by choice, and there are other choices to make. Where once we chose fear, we can choose brother and sisterhood instead. With the moon, the wolf, the tree, the bird, the wind, with each other. Where torture in the service of truth was chosen, we can choose to weave together the myriad of truths that exist simultaneously. We can choose that harmony is worth the work. Where religious persecution and violence was chosen, we can choose to believe it all as a reflection of the intelligence and spirit of the earth we are from. Where science has been divorced from spirit and self-knowledge, we can choose to expand and explore our intelligences as whole beings, body and soul. We can choose to seek both knowledge and understanding. There is no away. No getting away, giving away, no getting away, giving away, there's no getting away, there's no vacating, no getting away, giving away, no getting away, giving away, there's no vacating, no getting away, giving away, there's no going away. But there is another way, a myriad of ways for us to make with each other. How wondrous and wide then is the future, awakened by the flames of burning our toxic past. Thank you.